Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Grim podcast. I'm Grim Grimes, and my co-host is...
Yeah, Bob.
And today we got, from Pure Pro Wrestling, Alpha Ray Adams.
Let's do this correctly.
There we go.
Now it feels right. Yeah.
Now it's legit.
You know what? Just to show you guys, I'm not a bad guy. I want to be like Father Time. I'm going to go ahead and obstruct my vision too, so he doesn't feel bad. I might do this in the match, give him a handicap, so he might have a chance to win, but whatever.
Let me ask you, starting off, how did you get into wrestling?
Oh, dude, that's like everybody else, playing around one day. Snap, where's Dad? Okay, let's go find Dad. Okay, he's in his room. What is he watching? Who's this guy in jorts? Okay, why does the other guy have like underwear on and sunglasses in the building? I'm not understanding any of it. And that, I believe that was John Cena and Lance Cade. That was a while ago. That was the first wrestling match I've seen. And ever since then, I've been hooked. We got to go to a few events, trying to think of all the other names it was. The Piranha Arena, Saginaw, like all those local places they would come in. My dad would get those tickets and we'd go. There's been a few times we were able to get backstage and like meet a few of the guys. So like after those few experiences, like, okay, I can get into this. I can watch this. And then legitimately, I don't know. I feel like it's different for me. I really didn't have like a coming to Christ moment as far as wrestling. It was just like I woke up and I'm like, all right, I can be a wrestler. Like I got the size. I can work on it. And then just found Pure Pro, and it's been. I don't want to use this catchphrase. It was so good. It's been rocket science ever since.
Fair enough. Man, one thing I want to say, bro, is you're an awesome individual, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to allow us to interview you. I think what you guys are all doing at Pure Pro Wrestling is awesome. It's phenomenal of a product. I fell in love with it right out the gate. Only been to like 1.5 shows. I say half because the first show I went to was at the hockey game. But man, you guys are doing your damn thing, man.
Thank you. I'm about to say this year's Joe's definitely cooking this year. I would like let's start there. Let me show my love and appreciation to XJ, Joe Bird. If it wasn't for him, Alpha probably wouldn't exist. I probably would have quit like God knows how many years ago. And like so
is he ultimately the one that trained you?
He was the head coach when we started.
Okay.
And since the business got a little bigger, he kind of branched out to a couple other coaches. My first coaches when I like originally started was Nick Zero and Dylan Derringer.
Okay.
And that was fun because just 19, 20-year-old me, not knowing nothing about wrestling really as far as actually doing it, and they go, all right, so we're gonna do some scary stuff today. We're gonna do a split leg moonsault off the top rope. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm expecting Dylan to like get up there, do it all majestically. No, the biggest man in the room climbs this turnbuckle. He hits it, and like he pretty much just does a Starship Pain, but it's so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, I can do wrestling now. I'm like, if he can do that, and I'm like 2 times less his size, and I'm like, he just made that look majestic. So I got to be able to do it. But sorry to go off on the tangent, but as far as my
good, man.
Joe, XJ, Ace Evans, Jesus, he's had so many gimmicks now. I don't know what to call him. Nick, formerly known as Road Rash. Adam Wick and Aaron O'Ryan when we started to go back out to the barn, and then of course the big names that come in for the seminars and helps us out. Those I know a lot of people say those don't count because we don't see them on a week to week basis, but I count those because, like, when do you get to talk to Al Snow? When do you get to lock up with Hernandez? When do you get to, talk to Tommy Dreamer about, hey, like, how was we obviously seen how the business was then, but like from your perspective to the guy who was in it then is still doing it now. How does that help us now? Like stuff like that really, as far as the coaches, seminars, and stuff like that, it really hits home for me because once again, these guys don't have to come into this, this like independent promotion, like this locally grown thing. They can literally come here, be the main event, leave, and that's it. But they come in, they show us love, we joke around, and it makes it a better environment for PPW when you have some of those big names coming in. Like
for sure,
like it was awesome to have Jack Price. Legit, he's from Flint. So there's that connection, and now we're wrestling. There's another connection, and it just builds on it. So like. Anybody watching, go show some love for your trainers, your mentor.
And check this out, bro.
It's nice to see like big time names give back,
Right.
Yes.
And, like that. And I was late on Jack Price, bud. Like I was late on him. I didn't know anything about him until one of your guys' shows. And then when I was like, oh, this dude's from Flint, he looks like he's TV ready, what I mean? And so I started doing some research. I was talking to my brother here, and that's when I started getting hip to who he is, and I felt horrible because I'm like, man, this dude can go, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, he's
but thanks to Pure Pro Wrestling, I was able to get introduced to him. It wasn't the other way around.
Like that dude is awesome.
So how is it working with Rhino at times?
So actually, that was I worked with him in Owasso. That was the first time I worked with him. I've met Rhino before because they would come down here. We go up to Detroit for the meet and greets. So I met him before, and I thought it was super cool. Like when we got back to reconvening, it's like hey, I know you, but something's missing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's just like my 6'4" dad that used to take me to like your shows. And I show him a picture. He's like, yeah, the big guy. He's like,
cool, he's
like, there's a lot of big guys, but you don't forget that one. And I'm like, that means the world to me because Rhino was my dad's favorite wrestler. So getting to work him, getting to talk to him, and it was like you would think. He's one of those people that like he's done his time, he's been here, there. If anybody, has any room to complain or be like, hey, I don't want to work with this kid or whatever, it's Rhino. But legitimately, he made me feel comfortable. We talked about it. Everything went good until the end, which wasn't no one's fault. But it did. Even that left me with a great experience.
Yeah, what happened?
So, I don't have the best. I'm no wide receiver, okay? I'm not in the NFL. I don't use stickum. So this thing is heavier than it looks.
I see, it looks heavy.
And that gore. Look, I've taken spears, but I will say I'm glad I'm doing this interview so I can say this on record. There's not a spear in this world that will ever be a gore. I'm taking some of the dumbest moves and I popped up. I'm okay. That honestly hurts so bad.
Yeah. I seen an interview one time where he said, if anybody ever kicked out of a gore, it wasn't a gore, it was a spear.
Yeah. But that's how you protect the finish. Yeah. That's how you do it.
Let me ask you this: how long did you train before you had your first match in front of a crowd?
It would have been 3 months, but I forgot my gear. I learned that rule very quickly. Always have your gear. I would say it was around that was probably 6 months in when let me see, we started and. Because we went to the fair to meet him to get back with XJ, and I would say by March, so September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So 7 months after training is when I got my first taste of like in ring work, and working a show, work with a live crowd. It's
So did it come natural to you going out there the first time, or was you a little nervous?
luckily I was in a battle royal, so it wasn't like all eyes were just on me.
Okay.
And I did have like a couple of like Heather Blue. I don't know if you guys she's another Flint native who I was training with when I first got started. She held it down as far as like my first match. My friend Phil, he another amazing dude, amazing wrestler who was able to guide me through that first match, and it was interesting to say the least.
Okay.
Really?
So where do you see you going in 2025?
2025, it seems like a step backwards, but for me, it's a step forward because I've already I'm traveling. I'll go to Ohio, Illinois, or wherever they want to book me, and there's not a problem with that. But for some reason, home seems to be a little neglected. So for me, 2025, I would love, either as the good or bad, to put PPW on my back and make it even better. And if whatever comes with that, that's fine. I don't necessarily have I want to go to TNA, I want to go to WWE, AEW. Like, I don't have that goal yet, because for me, I was raised, you take care of home, then you go out. And not to say I haven't been doing that, it's just the opportunities I've been getting outside have been making me focus on that, and like the group, trying to get them ready so like a certain part of the group can go out into these shows. But for me, PPW 2025, that's what I'm focusing on. I want every single belt. If I got to put on a dress and fight Tenchi, so be it.
Can you speak to what it's like being in a faction like Obsidian?
So there are a bunch of idiots, but I wouldn't trade them for the world. I knew coming into this we would be close, and I wasn't expecting us to expand because technically there's like 8 or 9 members in the group. It's just we're all busy and never can show up at one show.
Yeah, the Christmas Clash, man, those 2 guys that were there.
Yes.
I said in the podcast when we did a review of it, those guys were 2 big vicious heels.
And that Big D and Bishop, Machine Gun Bishop, they're my revamp of Obsidian, because at one point in time when we started this, I was the biggest guy in the group. So my other guys, they went out, they started getting bookings, started winning championships. Shout out Obsidian, keep doing our thing. Like I'm back home and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, it's just me now, because everybody's gone, but they're doing their thing, so I'm not mad. I'm like, man, I need new people, and like this shadow just cast over me, and I'm like, oh, I like this guy. I'm like, I like you. What's your name? Oh man, my name's Bishop. I don't know if I'll be Obsidian material. I'm like, God, no, you're in the group. Hey Joe, huh? This one's mine. I like this one. And then Big D. Talk about, I don't know where to even start with Big D. He's a complete 180. Once again, one of those guys you think will like eat you alive, but like as soon as he gets up to you, hey, how you doing? Sure, I'll hug your kid. Like he's funniest one in the group is Big D. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I like him, man. I like him and his character.
Like it's good. It's good to work with him. It's good to have that bond, because it's not just like here at home. It's like when we go anywhere, that's how they're gonna act. Like I pretty much know what they're gonna do, and vice versa. Like, and to have that, to get that chemistry in the short amount of time that me and them have been together, leaps and bounds. These guys have improved since day one, and personally, I think they make Obsidian a million times better because like they just got it, man.
Right. Yeah, you guys are doing your thing, man. And I wish you guys nothing but the best in 2025.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that cup in your hands.
Yeah. You know what? I haven't named this thing, and I feel like, let me see, what would be the most insulting name to Father Time to name this trophy?
Mm.
You know, I'm gonna call it the. Give me some suggestion, guys. You know, this is your thing. You know, what are we thinking of naming this trope right here? This good old, like, what is this? I would say Gertrude, because Father Time is an old.
It's not a sippy cup, that's for sure.
No. You know what? It's either Gertrude or Bertha. Like, because this is it's a big girl. Yeah. She's hefty. She's she might be sporting some double D's. She's a hefty girl.
I go with Bertha.
Yeah. Bertha just feels right.
Yeah. Bertha, she likes it. She likes it. I have a very wild obsession with possession being 9/10 of the law and taking that very seriously. I think I have had every belt in my possessions with someone else being champion. I think that's pretty much like that was like all year. I took
so you're going to get some belts this year.
Yeah. I'm about to say when Danny had the heavyweight, I took that. Dylan had the Dylan had the Continental. I took that. Jake won the cruiserweight this year. Took that. Penny was talking mess after one of the shows, so I took her belt. Oh yeah, and then Father Time parading himself, parading around, or should I say,
you coming?
Yeah, man, you would think John Cena would have too, give him a heads up or something. Right. I guess not. So here's my thing: all these guys get put into this tournament. I didn't get put in this tournament, and I find it funny because in Owasso, not only did I beat Rhino, our current champion, but I beat the cruiserweight champion, the continental champion, and I guess since he doesn't have the trophy, I beat the number 2 contender to the world, our main championship, and somehow that gets me left out of an opportunity for the belt. So I took matters into my own hands.
It's a travesty.
I'm permanently borrowing.
Save your justice. Give this man his title shot.
Listen, you're not the first person to say this. You won't be the last. Justice for Ray, because I guess man, call what do you want to say? Like
next show we're gonna have to show up with signs. Justice for Ray.
Justice for Ray. Listen, I'm no architect. I'm no visionary. But I see the future, man, and it's me with gold or silver. I don't discriminate, and they just got to get behind the alpha. Listen, I will put this company on my back better than Malice, better than Danny. You could probably get behind somebody who can actually see where they're going. That's all.
I got behind you as soon as I seen you, bro. I'm like, so I could see you putting the company right there on your back. I could see you doing that. Like, man, 2025, man, that's your year, bro.
It's gonna be your year.
Taking it into 2025, man, you're gonna show out for sure.
Thank you. But I'll say we did good. Obsidian does have gold in other places, so it's it's nice to go out, see what you could do, backtrack, and come home and run the gauntlet. Because let's run the facts. Who's touching Obsidian right now? Nobody. 2 flies too small. Misfits. Congratulations on the championship win. As a guy who's seen you guys from day one to now, very proud of you. But guess what? I want my belts back. Dylan just lost it. I'll still knock him around if he wants. It doesn't matter. Danny, a tell as old as time. Come on.
Drake's he's a pretty good high flyer, man.
I like that guy. He can.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on from that. We're not gonna talk about that individual at the moment. Kudos to him, but Drake, if you ever want to come back, 3 belt lashes to the back, and you're back in the group. That's all I have to say on that. Anyway.
So born and raised in Flint, you were, You was born and raised in Flint? You was born and raised in Flint?
Yes, sir. Born and raised, 810. Went to Carpenter Road Elementary, then Northwestern High School. Graduated at the Dordt Federal Center, which is where we will be having Retro Slam. You know, just a little important event we're going to be doing April 12th at the very same place.
We are ready.
You don't have the limited edition poster.
No.
You know, there's some stitches above Rhino's eye.
Okay.
But Bertha gave him a little kiss, but we're teaching her you can't go around kissing everybody. But let's just say
it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Bertha and Nagore might have to have a 1-on-1 match. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I think personally that we're in good. All jokes aside, we're in a good space as far as pure pro wrestling. Our talent is amazing. Our coaches, our ring crew, as you guys seen, like we try our best to make everything a smooth, enjoyable transition, family friendly, but also like hey, there's some adults here too. Give them a quick jab, something like I'm a big fan of. I love the kids; they're cool, but messing with the adults is probably my favorite because it's like, nah, you want this from like a childhood standpoint. This is you've been dreaming about talking crap to this guy you hate, and you just
when we walk in
to finally give them that moment because I love when a fan shuts me up. Like if I say something to a fan and they get back at me and I cannot say that's probably my favorite moment.
I mean, we were totally in. I mean, at one point, we learned his name afterwards, the Jack Kelly. I remember he was to my left at one point, and I shouted at him, "Give Jim Cornette his gimmick back." And then, people were interacting with the cameras all night while we were there. So.
Oh yeah, man! Like
great show.
You guys did perfect.
When we first walked in, bro. And I was taken back by how big the crowd was. I was like, holy shit. Pure Pro Wrestling's doing their damn thing.
And that wasn't even like sold out. When we had they redid that the venue because we used to be on the other side of the like the hockey and all the ice and stuff. And it's bleachers, like it's still bleachers, but it's more set over there. And when we had Tommy come out. I want to say it was either May or March. We had him come out for the first time. That the bleachers was full, seats from first to the last row were full, and it was a real good turnout. So like it's a real nice place, and we like even this time it was way more people than I expected, which you would think kind of gets to the nerves just a little bit because it's like. We know, like, we see you guys coming in, but it's a different feel once, like, you guys sit down and, like, all eyes are on that entrance and you guys are staring at the red tarp waiting for somebody to pop out. And it's like, okay, cool. When I get out there, are they going to know who I am? Are they going to know that I'm a bad guy? Are they going to know this, that? What do I do to immediately get them hooked into whatever we got going on out there? And, like, in my case, I think you guys were the first ones I seen because I seen the camera and I'm like, oh, thank God I can talk to these guys because I'm like they're recording. I'm like they're wanting this, and I'm like they're like 5 steps away from me. I'm like, thank God. It would have been a completely different feel if I went out there and you guys probably weren't there, and I just trained. I would have had to like start from scratch. It's like once I see the camera, I'm like, okay, these guys record.
Dude, I was kind of glad that they ended up sitting us over there. You know what I'm saying? Because. I bought our tickets online. I'm like, I don't know where they're going to sit us, but they sat us right over by there, and it was like perfect spot, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, got to see the ring, got a good crowd, and then like soon as they come out, boom, like immediate exposure. Like you guys are getting a good angle. So like that was I think me personally, you guys were a heaven sent to PPW. I feel like you like that happens for a good reason. Like I was saying earlier, it's hard to start off, get off the ground up with doing stuff like this, and you guys make it natural. You guys make there's chemistry, and I think PPW might have just found its permanent interview spot. Wink, wink.
Awesome.
Mr. Social Media.
I'm about to say, PPW social media guy. You know who you are. Think you should reach out to these guys. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We'd definitely like to do future things with your guys' wrestling organization, man. It would.
Yeah, man. I feel that'd be great. Help one business to help both businesses.
Right, for sure. Honestly, man. Once we started, when we did the review video from the show, we put that out. We got a few subscribers off that, so I seen some traction because of you guys, man. So, you know what I mean? I'm like. And it's we already love wrestling for one. We've been fighting for years. Wrestling, me and my brother here have been fighting for years. And at the end of the day, we gotta still love each other. You know what I'm saying? Still be family. So, we're never gonna go away from each other. So, boom, why not have a podcast? Why not team up, be a team at this, and show some love back to some Flint Town wrestling, a good product at that. I went to work. And at work, my boss was talking to me about your guys' wrestling. He said he saw one of your guys' flyers somewhere, and somebody he knows tried to get him to come to a show. And he's like, man, I told him, dude, come. You guys would love it. You guys would enjoy your time. I guarantee it. You would not be missed out. And so I think he might come eventually, to a show. But, man, you guys are doing a damn thing, man. I can't give you guys enough praise because I was so shocked at how it turned out. I was picturing some little whack indie show, maybe 10 people in the audience at some bingo hall.
And this and that.
Oh my God.
But you guys, man, actually got gear. You got the lights, the music. You know what I mean? You guys got the cameras. I'm like, man, you guys are doing the damn thing.
I think the most important thing is you're putting on a show that's family friendly. You know what I'm saying? For the Flint area, there's not a lot of things you can go do where you can feel safe and feel like you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
and I felt that there. You know what I'm saying? Family can go there and expect to have a good time and not experience anything bad.
Well, that's really one of our primary focuses. Is I get it. We're a wrestling company. A lot of people think. Since we're independent or indie, these guys are going to be jumping off semi trucks and now Derringer maybe that maybe that might just be one part of the show, but that's all his part.
There's a time and a place for them type of matches.
Yeah, and I give that to the XJ, Dylan Knight, a lot of them are big producers of the matches and stuff. They're the pacing of not even just the matches, but the match types and why we're doing this. Why this leads into that. Everything makes sense, and it's not like a lot of other promotions where it's hey, here's the blueprint. If we get there, we get there.
Right.
There's actual hey, here's what we're doing for the next couple of months. This is the end goal. If we can have fun in between, let's do that because we're going to do that regardless. And it brings more of a. It takes it from it being a job almost to it being a hobby, being that career. Okay, cool. I'm waking up, coming out to the venue. It's not I got to set up the ring. We got to do this. Legitimately, it's okay.
It's
all right. I got to set up this ring. So if I go down here to Ohio, hey, we need help tearing down the ring. Okay, yeah, I've done that a million times already. So it's giving you that experience. And it's hey, we need a big name, or we need a pretty decent match, or do you know anybody? Yeah, I got 20 people I train with every other week who could come down here and we could do something. So it's connections, it's education. PPW hits all cylinders. We're a school, we're a wrestling company, and we're family most importantly. and like you guys said, it gives that breath of fresh air to the show. You're not going to come out and catch a James Storm's beer bottle to the head.
Right. Yeah, man. It's your guys' product, man. I just can't. I'm just stuck on that, bro. Like, all you guys were just so great at that show, man. Like, I'm definitely coming wherever you guys are at. I'm gonna try and make sure I make it to them shows. You definitely got a lifelong fan out of me, and all the time, bro. We hear about all the big time talent like WWE, AEW, or whatnot, TNA, and all that. You hear about them talk about wrestlers earning their stripes and putting in their putting in their work and their time, earning their dues. Yeah, one thing I can honestly say, man, when I saw you at the end of the show come running right out and jump in the ring, start taking it down, working your ass off.
That's just because my wife wanted to leave, and
well, I can relate to that at times.
But I'll say that's the missus and the 2 kids. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, it's just I
just wanted to give you your credit. You know what I mean? On acknowledging that you're putting in your time and your dues. That I saw you taking down the ring and stuff.
Thank you, brother. I mean, hey,
I'm really glad he walked up to talk to you because I'm kind of a shy person. You know what I'm saying? So he's more to go out there and he's this interview. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm technical. I do computer stuff and all that. And
I did walk up to Rhino and ask him about coming on our podcast. And,
dude, I fought Rhino and I was still scared to walk up to that man and have a.
He did get him to get sign his Dan Bob shirt though. So
right, that was pretty cool.
1 of 1 Dan Bob shirt.
Yeah, we had another battle royal going on. And he went off to go do something, and all I hear is, "Ray, yes sir." And I just like, "Where is he?" I'm like, "Where is he?" "Yes sir." He's like, "Sir, ew." I'm like, "I'm sorry, you like right. You're graced, you're excellent, you're gorgeous, sir. Please."
Right. Trying to show him some respect. You know what I mean?
Like, you don't understand how many pillows I've gored in half because of you. I'm so sorry.
That's great. He lives in Michigan, don't he? Don't Rhino live in Michigan?
I think I want to say he's out in Detroit, either out in Detroit or somewhere
on that side,
or close to his company, because I know he has his company.
Okay.
And if you Rhino, if you're watching, and you feel like we can one-on-one maybe have a conversation about what happened. Me and Bertha would we would love to come down there.
Heard it here first, folks.
Maybe run for mayor, show you how it's really done.
Who's that?
He's gonna kick. He's gonna wipe me up for that one. But no, like
you know what, man? Like I kind of thought about coming to one of your guys' little seminars or training, bro.
Come on down, dude.
I'm too out of shape to be getting in the ring at this point in my life.
Dude, I started at what was I like? I think I was 310 pounds when I really got back into training again. 2 weeks worth of eating like a rabbit and just working my butt off. And I was able to drop a little bit. And I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. Ended up getting down to like 205, 206. And I'm like, okay, I don't like this. I need my shoulders back. So it's never too late, man. I'm about to say, you see Big D, man. He's our honorary cruiserweight, 204.9. If anyone.
That's great.
I'm about to say, watch Big D in Phoenix. Them big guys can get down, man. Listen, you heard Big E. They can have their 5-star classics. they can have their 30-minute main events. I'm just here to see big meaty men slapping meat. That's all we're here for. That's all wrestling is. And now that I say that, I don't want to knock the little guys because shout out to the Misfits, really. Like I know I said something earlier, but shout out to those guys. They have literally grinded their butts off to get to get where they are now, and I'm proud and envious of them all in the same.
I dig it. Yeah. I dig it. I see they got a match coming up.
Yeah. I know a few matches that's happening, but I don't want to spoil nothing. I feel like you guys are gonna. I know one of the matches that involves them, you guys are gonna love for sure. And you definitely should hook up with them for a talk. Those guys are amazing.
Yeah. I'd love to talk with them, man. I actually talked to the shorter one of them.
Oh, Chris. Yep, that's my
Chris. Yeah, I talked with him for a quick second at the show.
The Juggalo clown prince himself.
That's what I told Grim here. I said you see their merch, you see that symbol. I said that's kind of like the Hatchet Man's charm.
Listen, you know you got good merch when the guy who's supposed to be kicking your butt. Hey, how much for that beanie?
Right, let me get that.
You know you got good merch when I can legit just I need that.
Speaking of merch, where can people get your merch?
My merch right now, I'm actually sold out of well, I'm not in it, but the black and white Obsidian shirts, those sold out when I went to Ohio. I got some coming next year. Had to ball out for the Christmas gift for the kids. So I just
dig it.
Yeah, Christmas.
I told them after that I talked to my boys and they're good on. They're tech savvy, man. I keep going back to it, but I don't know where I'd be without Dom and Phoenix. Those guys literally, they saved Obsidian, and they the work they put in. I'll get hit with maybe 3 or 4 texts every other day. Hey, you like this logo? Yeah, I like it. Now that I look at it, I don't like it. Give me a minute. And then now they're fixing this up. Big D, like I said, that man, he's a sweetheart, dude. He knows how. He understands it. He knows never to take yourself too serious with this, not to get too complacent with it either. And he's a huge help for PPW. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that, and you were talking about the production and stuff like that. Dude, Ron McKenzie, Life in Contrast Media, just the people who some of our students who volunteer to be security, sit the people down, the runners, light crew, all of that. And this isn't stuff these guys have came in knowing how to do. This is stuff hey, what's this? Oh, this, that, and the other. And now, okay, well now, hey, we need you to go set up lights, and our main guy's not here. Can you handle it? And they step up to the plate. So it's like I said, this PPW will get you ready for everywhere else. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you go out there, you're gonna be okay, this isn't home. This is so different. How do I how do they do this without doing this? Because we do it like this, and it's oh, it's so different, but that's good because no wrestling place is ever gonna be the same as another.
Yeah,
right, for sure.
You can definitely tell that PPW is a well-oiled machine. So
I'm gonna say that's thanks to Joe. He I always joke with him. I'm like, you're soft on these kids, Joe. I don't see any marks on them. And he's like, Ray, we can't beat everyone into Superman. I'm like, that's not the point, Joe. I'm like, we got to make stars. I need the next Brock Lesnar. I'm like, I need the next Ricochet to come out of one of these cruiserweights, Joe. In 10 years, I want to get a random check from Rico and Brady telling thank you. We got our WWE contract.
Yeah.
It's really about just putting the other guy on your shoulder, giving them their time, not being selfish with it, and saying, hey, because with the world championship thing, I've been chasing that belt for years. And I've had people who've loved me, who hate me, who are indifferent. Hey, you need to get that belt. You should have won tonight. And that, to me, that fuels the fire 1,000% more than congratulations on the win tonight. Good job, Chant. It's something about the chase and the you should have got it and you were robbed, or in my case, you robbed him of that trophy. How dare you?
Yeah, man. I seen you on the news too, bro.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to.
So
allegedly, I may have did some things on the news. Allegedly.
So, did you guys take your own cameras there with you as well?
No, that was all ABC 12. Bless their hearts. They're just as big as wrestling fans as us.
That's
and
awesome.
I guess what proper human being would I be if I don't say? I guess Father Time is. I guess you could consider himself a huge star. Because as soon as we walk in, oh, Father Time, how you doing? Shaking hands, kissing babies. This guy.
right. So when we first, so let me backtrack a little bit. When we first got to the hockey game to check out your guys' show, I recognized Father Time. Don't remember where I first seen him.
My first guy. In the podcast, here you go talking about that.
I told Grim here. I was like, "That's Father Time." There was a few different talents that I kind of knew a little bit of, which was kind of cool. And
wholeheartedly off the cuff. I'm gonna need you guys to edit this part out. I appreciate Father Time and what he's done for Pure Pro. Wholeheartedly, a lot of people don't know how wrong matches could go for him, and I plan to exploit that the very next time we're in a ring. Everything could go wrong, and he still goes out there. He's having a blast. He's legitimately having fun until I put my hands on him. He's having fun. He's making sure the crowd's entertained. He makes sure his manager gets her spotlight. And a lot of guys wouldn't do that, especially at his level, at his age. Dude, if Father Time went out there and said, "All right, we're doing a 3-minute match. I'm over." Nobody's gonna fight that. But forget earn your dues. This man writ the contract of what dues are. Please, the man, he's a living treasure that needs to be buried and preserved for a later date. But yeah, it's just amazing to work with the people we work with, and like I said, that leads us to you guys. Now we got a partnership. Now we have some camaraderie. Hopefully, the other guys will see this, reach out to you guys, and try to get the podcast, get the YouTube channel out there more.
Yeah, man. I want to try and put as much spotlight on your guys.
I'm about to say, you guys give me a T-shirt with some merch on there. I'll wrestle in it. I'll be a billboard.
Hell yeah, bro, for sure. We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, we'll make a Dan Bob 2 of 2.
Yeah. It's just what we can do to come together, have fun, and make this beneficial for everybody who's coming to enjoy the show, man. It meant the world to me, because I'm not gonna lie, I seen you coming up to me out the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking, he probably hates me because I was talking all that crap.
Nah.
I'm like, because I was laying it on kind of thick tonight at the crowd work.
We're big fans of heels, man.
So as you walk behind the curtain, it's like, dude.
This guy legit might just tell me, "Hey, you are a piece of," and I'm like, I'm just gotta sit here and take it because I am.
Nah.
And then like I said, I'm a talker. I don't mind. Listen, if there's something we can relate on, or if you just want to, hey, had a good show, good night tonight, and I'm okay with that. I don't want people to feel like, oh, Ray Adams doesn't. I don't want to get that Brock Lesnar treatment. It's like, oh, he doesn't like people. Why? He just don't like people.
You're right.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know, hey, you can come up to me. I would most likely rather you come up to me so I can talk to your kid. Because, hey, did you enjoy the show? Because if he enjoyed the show, you got to eat at home now.
Right.
Well, we thank you so much, man, for coming on, dude. Seriously, this is huge.
Thank you. This is my first podcast interview, so I'm digging. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We would like to have you on a couple more times, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll try to get the boys on here. They have no choice. I'm Peter.
Yeah, I was recently talking to Big D, man. Just earlier, I sent him a message on Facebook. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having him on too, bro. More Pure Pro Wrestling wrestlers that want to come on, the merrier.
Trying to get
anytime I can do anything to help elevate you guys, man, and help shine a light on you guys, especially you, bro. I got you.
Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, that means the world to me, especially from another Flint native. We got to stick together.
Yep, Flint Town all the way, baby.
Yeah.
810, and since you right there with the O, you might as well throw them up. There you go.
It's good to like know that we have isn't that like it's good to know that not just PPW is the only one trying to like bring some good back into Flint, because we've been here, we know the rap. It's not the best city, but in my eyes, it's not the worst city.
It's
little
home,
stuff.
though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's home. It's home. It's definitely, it'll prepare for everywhere else. Because boy, I went down to Louisiana and I'm just walking in the snow. And they're like, "Dude, they're shutting the city down." I'm like, it's not even sticking yet, man. What are you guys? it's flurries. It's moving as it goes. I'm like, it's fine. Why are they shutting the city down?
Yeah, right.
Like, do you know Flint has like 4 snowplows and 2 of them are for township?
Right.
I moved down to Tennessee for a little while, and when I first got down there, we moved in December. And when we left, it was snowing. Got down there, the next day it was 52. I'm walking around in shorts. People are like, "What's he doing?
What's wrong with you?"
I'm like, "I'm about to buy a swimming pool. I don't know what you fools are doing."
Yeah, I'm about to say, brother, where's the beach? Because 50 up here, we're breaking out the grill. I need the Kogels. Like, dude.
Right. So
I mean, I also feel like that's another thing that's probably made me tougher for wrestling is growing up here. You got to have thick skin.
Oh yeah.
I'm the youngest of 3, and I just became the second biggest out of those 3, maybe like a couple years ago. Like, I finally got taller than my sister. So like you gotta have some thick skin. You gotta be able to. You gotta think on your feet. You gotta be witty. You gotta be able to take a punch. Hey, listen, I could take a real punch from a sibling. I could take a work punch from somebody else.
Right.
It's just once it turns real, now I see my siblings. I gotta get you back. Like Flint definitely toughens you up. So I feel, I'll be biased. I'll say it. I feel like Flint wrestlers have a little bit, more toughness. Because like we deal with a lot. We hear the crap. I still get water remarks when I go out other places.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
meet anybody from out of state, and they find out you're from Flint. How's the water?
Yeah, every single time.
Well, if the lead in the water doesn't get you, the lead flying through the air does. So,
I'm like, if the lead in the water don't get you, the lead in the bullet might.
So, but
yeah, man, you guys are doing your thing.
Thank you.
I look forward to 2025, checking out some more PPW shows. So,
heck yeah, man. I'm about to say, you boys don't worry on that merch. First couple shirts on me. We're gonna get that partnership going.
All right,
for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the House of Grim podcast. I want to say again, thank you to Alpha Ray Adams and Bertha for making an appearance.
One and only Bertha.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll be entertained. Yeah.
Peace.